If you've been looking around Bonifacio Global City for your next big move or for your first property purchase, you've probably noticed one thing. It is not cheap. But here's the truth, and there's a reason for that. In fact, the way I see it, living in BGC is like buying into the Manhattan, Orchard Road, or Tokyo City of Manila. It is expensive, but it's also the flagship area. So in this video, I want to talk about why BGC still remains to be one of the smartest places to live and invest in, even with its rising price tags. Now I know it is expensive and for most of us, really excessive, but let's talk about the location. Let's talk about the lifestyle, the market strengths, and the insider tips you need if you're still on the fence, whether you're buying right now or renting first to test the waters. So if you want to understand what makes BGC more than just an expensive zip code and how to make smart, intentional decisions for your next property, just stick around. This is going to be your complete guide to living and investing in Bonifacio Global City. My name is Ralph, and welcome to the shortlist. I get this a lot from clients, especially those ones who purchased a long time ago and the new ones who are exploring their options. Ralph, okay pa ba na bumili ng property or condo sa BGC? So I answer them also with a question. It depends. What is your reason for buying? If it matches and ticks all of their requirements, then I tell them why BGC is so worth it. So despite the rising cost per square meter in Bonifacio Global City, I tell them why it still remains to be one of the smartest places to invest and live in Metro Manila. Number one is location. So a lot of people compare BGC to Makati, but Makati will be Makati. It is irreplaceable. But BGC as a district is now the new heart of commerce, tech, finance, and retail. Bonifacio Global City is now home to the Philippine Stock Exchange, a lot of multinational companies such as Google, Facebook, or Meta, and a lot of booming startup ecosystems. Second thing is something more personal when it comes to your planning and, of course, lifestyle. BGC is known for a walkable in-city grid. It is a master planned infrastructure. You have a lot of green parks, open spaces, wide sidewalks, which is very important, and it's not often that you see that in highly urbanized areas around Metro Manila. Number three is market strength. Scarcity of land coupled with consistent demands is equal to solid capital appreciation and rental yields. Yes, not everyone can afford to live here, but if you can, wouldn't you want to be a part of the community? When you buy a property here, it is a kind of investment that ages well, especially to those buyers who acquired way back in 2007 and 2008. Yes, the market is completely different now, but if you just look around the secondary market, you will find really good and well-priced properties. Number four is, I guess, the quality of life. Ako, this is just on the side. I want to share this. When I walk around BGC, I feel less tired. You can walk around BGC the whole day and mas hindi ka pagod. Probably it is only psychological, but if it helps, why not, right? You have top-tier healthcare systems here. You have international schools, fine dining, nightlife, retail, commercial areas. And you have access to everything from designer retail to arts and culture. And if anything happens, emergency situations, the emergency response team is very quick. And that's what foreigners love about Bonifacio Global City, because they feel safe. And for foreigners that don't really know much about our country, and Philippines being known to be a developing third world, safety is very important, especially to those who are bringing in their families here. So given all of these things, do you think the price is still worth it? So some will say yes, and maybe a lot of you will still say no. So if you're that person who's not ready to buy it, kasi nga naman mahal, then don't sweat it. Here's a smarter and more intentional approach. Number one, you rent first and test the waters. Not every part of BGC feels the same though. The office row along 5th Avenue welcomes you to BGC, and it feels more corporate. Serendra is different from Uptown, and High Street South, which is the center of Bonifacio Global City, has a different vibe than Burgos Circle. So you see, you have so many options, and by renting for at least 6 to 12 months, you get a feel of what fits you and your family best without rushing a purchase. Second is you audit your commute, you check your kids' schools, and of course you monitor your daily life. So I meet clients who are moving here from their own countries, and they're always looking for a place that's near their workplace. And if that's you, you walk, drive around, get yourself familiarized. Like I said, not every part of BGC feels the same. Everything has a different character here. You visit your kid's school, their campus, you try going there during off and peak hours. Like heading to Ortigas is a breeze now because of the BGC Ortigas link, while your daily Makati visit will still be through McKinley or through Kalayaan flyover that exits to Hilpuyat. It's very important that you do these things, you do the extra mile, because these may be small steps, but it makes a huge difference, especially before you commit long term. Everyone wants a balanced life, right? So number 3 is you check out healthcare and recreational spots. Living near hospitals like St. Luke's or local clinics, fitness centers ensures peace of mind for you and for your family. There are tons of sports and recreational spots all around, scattered throughout Bonifacio Global City. If you are into community basketball, you have the Courtyard by Nike along the 25th Street, and where I work out and play basketball at the pretty huge at Ezemora Premier. Are you and your kids into football? Then there's Turf BGC along 9th Ave, and just right across is Manila Paddle Club if you are into competitive leisure sports. And this is becoming a trend now. It's not only for the rich, it's becoming more and more accessible to everyone. If you're into golf, you also have that in BGC. But for now, we will just have to settle with virtual simulators. You can check out simulators by VGolf, Team Single Play, and GolfX if you want to practice those swings without going outside Bonifacio Global City. And lastly, if you're not ready to buy yet, maybe for now you gotta just think of the long-term lifestyle. Maybe you want to invest somewhere else first, somewhere that fits all of your requirements without breaking the bank. And then maybe in the future reinvest that portion back into acquiring a property in BGC. So you see, living in BGC, it is costly, it is expensive. But for most people who can afford to live here, it is an investment. And it's also your life we're talking about here. Are you just a walking distance from your gym, from your favorite coffee shop, from your workplace? Do you have friends, relatives, balikbayans, or hotel diplomats arriving? Just check them in at the nearest hotels and Airbnbs around BGC. Almost everything here is very accessible and within reach, and that truly matters. And for those who are buying, of course, you gotta be smart about it. So here's a quick checklist. If you're coming from a different place and BGC is so unique to you, make sure you've checked school proximity and daily commute routes. You have evaluated healthcare and emergency access. If you are an investor, definitely you will be doing your research on rental yield comparisons, unit prices across different unit types, prices between the resale and pre-selling properties. You also have to make sure that you have reviewed different payment terms, what are the promos for the month, and you've thoughtfully considered the resale values in the next 5 to 10 years. And of course, we are talking about your hard-earned money here. So, of course, common sense, you want to be working with a licensed real estate broker, someone who is professional enough to do and carry out the work for you. If not a licensed broker, have someone who is an accredited real estate salesperson who is also supervised and managed by a licensed real estate broker. So final thoughts, BGC is not only expensive, but I guess it's still growing, demand is still there, new projects are still expected to rise, better transit system, and more importantly, stronger global interest keep the district relevant. And that only means that your property, whether it's an investment or for your own personal use, remains to be valuable. My name is Ralph, and if you're looking for a place that blends professional convenience, lifestyle, and strong real estate resilience, then BGC still makes the shortlist.